When political heavyweights like the US Secretary of State, the Russian President and the German Chancellor fly into the Kazakh capital, you realise the importance of this one meeting for the Organisation for Security and Cooperation in Europe, or OSCE.
The Astana summit restores the tradition of holding high-level meetings that was interrupted for 11 years following Istanbul. This heralds a renaissance of this organisation. We are beginning to establish a Euro-Atlantic and Eurasian community of unified and indivisible security.
And with 38 heads of state attending, there were no doubts that the OSCE is seeking a revival of its role. The main agenda to tackle long-standing conflicts on all fronts.
It's a good platform and good opportunity for people to talk to each other and to understand what exactly do you mean by saying that. There are a lot of issues which are viewed differently in the Western Europe, in Central Europe and in Asia.
It's not just about handshakes and diplomatic rhetoric here in Astana. There's a real commitment to expand the role of the OSCE based on its principles of indivisible security from Vancouver to Vladivostok. The fact that the summit is here in Kazakhstan suggests a shift in focus to the region and the issues that affect both the East and the West.
Kazakhstan was widely commended by participants, including Hillary Clinton, for its response to the crisis in Kyrgyzstan and its efforts to inject new life into what is essentially a Cold War institution, adapting it to a world which has fundamentally changed since the breakup of the Soviet Union.
We share the conviction that security is not a narrow concept. We must address the challenge in all its dimensions. We must take a comprehensive approach. That wider perspective has never been more valid and necessary in our increasingly globalized, complex, and connected world.
I think it's very important that a former Soviet Central Asian state takes responsibility to lead the organization and in a way empowers Central Asia to be an active and key actor into the process, almost an exporter of security.
Объявить открытым.
Certainly the host was active, giving heads of state their first platform since 1999 to voice their real concerns about the most enduring and serious global threats.
Afghanistan is just one conflict where the OSCE can and should play an expanded role. In fact, we believe the organization needs to be empowered to respond more effectively to crises.
The big reason why I think we've managed to lure these leaders is that this is Central Asia, and is a key strategic area that's of interest to a lot of these, to many countries, and especially with its proximity to Afghanistan. And the security issues still going on there.
Yet the major snag for the final action plan was other, older, lingering conflicts. Those between post-Soviet states, Azerbaijan and Armenia, as well as Georgia and Russia.
From the point of view to reach a consensus with 56 members of OSCE is not an easy task. And I remember the words of Margaret Thatcher: consensus is what satisfied everybody, but nobody believes in that. Normally this is the reality, and in such kind of organization it's very difficult to make a very specific decision.
The summit ended with a reinvigorated organisation and a declaration that will take it in a new direction. One that sees greater cooperation and integration between countries that stretch halfway round the world, and possibly even a new alliance, one that encompasses both the Euro-Atlantic and the Eurasian community.